Hey there, I'm Jonathan with Getting Games, and this is my quick play for Disco Heist Laundry. In this video, I'll jump you right into the action as we play through a full round in the middle of the game. As we go, I'll give you an overview about how all the different elements work, but this is not an instructional video. You can learn more details about the game by clicking the link down below in the description. Now, if you enjoy this video, I do want to ask that you please click the like button for it down below, as well as the subscribe button for the channel. In addition to that, if you'd like to directly support the channel, then please go to gettinggames.com/support. Finally, if you have thoughts about this game while you're watching the video, then please leave a comment down below as well. All right, let's jump into the game. Out here, we have a 3-player game already in progress. Now, the goal of the game is to plan and execute the perfect heist in 1980s Las Vegas. In order to do this, we have to hire a crew of crooks, dodge the police, shake down the entire city for resources, and launder the money chips that we acquire in order to skip town at the end of the game and retire to a tropical island. The player who launders the most money will be the winner. At this point, we're starting the last round in the second out of 3 acts in the game. During each round, every player will perform one turn, and there are multiple rounds within each act that depends on the setup options that you choose. We're going to start things off with Frankie Stacks. Now, on each player's turn, they have 2 steps, and in the first step, they choose one card from their hand of cards and place it into their montage. In this case, they are going to play Steal, and then activate the white section of that card. In this case, they can either gain 1 tool or 2 tools and 1 wanted status. They just want the 1 tool. They can put that here, and that finishes the first step of the turn. For the second step of the turn, the player can take as many actions as they want in any order of their choosing. One of those action options involves exhausting a crew member in order to do the bottom action. In this case, the dealer says they can get rid of 2 goons from their supply in order to gain 1 intel. After that, they will exhaust Steal in order to execute the heist they've been planning for. Now, the heist options are displayed over here and tracked with these tokens, and there are also simple heists that we start the game with. In this case, Frankie is performing a heist right here at the nightclub. In order to pull off the heist, they need to spend 3 tools, 4 goons, and 1 intel. Well, it looks like they planned well. Through the use of these 2 cards, they now have enough tools, and they have the 1 intel they need. They also can get rid of these 4 goons, sending them back to the bank. Now they gain the money in the top corner for this successful heist. That is 20 money chips. After that, they have to see if the crew they brought is going to deal with the various negative consequences of the heist. For each of these icons that they do not have in their montage and their passport, they will suffer the consequences. Now they have 2 escape artist icons here, and they only need 1 of those to negate this icon. And you can also take crew from your hand and immediately put them into your montage exhausted to gain that icon. This gives them 1 thief icon, and that is going to negate 1 of these 2. They'll negate this police activation. That means they did not negate the 1 muscle police activation and the 1 brains police activation. They also gain 1 wanted status. They were at 2, and now they're at 3 wanted status, which is an important step because once you're at 3 or more, you can be arrested by the police. After that, there are 2 police activations, and with the first one, the closest police officer, in this case number 1, is going to move their patrol token to the heist location. They were going to patrol over here to the warehouse, but now that the heist happened, they need to go check it out. The second police activation will move that police officer toward their patrol target, and each police officer on foot moves twice. Now in this case, they're going to go from here to there. These street segments are adjacent, and it's worth noting these locations are adjacent to the street as long as there is a path. That was 1 move, and with the second move, the police officer goes here. Now on this location, there is the kingpin Priya, and she is at wanted level 4. That means the moment this police officer enters this location, she is arrested. She was not expecting this. Now, whenever a kingpin is arrested, they lose half rounded down of their money chips. In this case, Priya has 11, so they're going to lose 5 of these, and then for every 5 money chips lost, they lose 1 wanted status. That's good, but they certainly are not happy about losing those 5 money chips. If a goon is ever arrested, it's simply removed from the board. So that was the police activation bringing them here as they head down to the nightclub. All right, their heist is done, and the next action they're going to choose is movement. They have up to 5 movement points to use, and once you start movement, you can't perform any actions until you're done. With each move, you can move a piece onto an adjacent spot, and they'll start moving their kingpin along this path into the street. As soon as they enter this spot, they are in the visible range of a snitch box. As you can see, that's all 4 of these streets. That is going to increase their wanted value once, going from 3 to 4, and then the snitch box is removed. For their second and third moves, they're going to head to the warehouse. Then for their fourth and fifth moves, this goon will enter the gas station. That finishes the move, and Frankie is done with their turn. This means Luca can go, and they have decided to launder their money. The way this works is they count up the launder value on all of the cards in their montage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they add to that the launder value of the location with their kingpin. The casino shows an 8. So that means they can launder up to 13 money chips. And then we flip this over to show that each location can only give its launder value once per game. While they planned ahead, they have exactly 13 money chips they can launder, which will bring them from 16 up to 29. Now, as this token moves up the track, they're going to activate each of these police icons, and they'll start by putting a snitch box down. The way this works is you roll a d20 die, and the snitch box will go next to location 14. As you can see, there are 20 locations out here. 14 is here, and they'll put the snitch box there next to one of these four-way intersections. Then they add a barricade to position 7. And it must go onto a crosswalk, and police can move through these, but the player pieces cannot. Then they'll place another snitch onto location 12, and finally, they'll reach this position, which will place a police car onto the map. For the 12th position, they'll go here, and then the police car will go under any one of the police officers, and they'll choose this one here, and now that officer will move 3 times instead of 2 times when they activate. All right, they finished laundering their money, and down below it says at the end of their turn, they will bring all of their cards back into their hand. Now they're in the second step of their turn, and they've decided to put a stamp onto their passport. Each of these are actions that cost 1 intel, and they can be used once per game. They're going to go here onto Hustle. That says they can play a card into their montage. They're going to go with the Assassin. This says they can pick an opponent who will lose 2 goons of their choosing, and then Luca will increase their wanted level once. They're going to pick the purple player. They lose 1 goon here, and then they have to lose a goon from the map. They're going to go with this one here. And then their wanted level reaches 7, and that's important because now they will be arrested if the cops can see their pieces. They don't just have to be on the same spot. After that, they'll activate the sniper to deploy 2 goons. These will come from their supply. These are placed onto positions where they already have pieces. They'll send 1 over here to the hotel and 1 down to the casino with their kingpin. Now they're going to activate the assassin and shake down the city and end by increasing their wanted level once. When you shake down the city, every one of your pieces on locations will activate the location's benefit, starting at 1 and going down to 20. So they begin over here at the warehouse, which says they can lose 1 goon to gain 3 tools. Now, they don't have any goons in their supply, and they could lose 1 from the board, but they've decided just to forego this benefit. This location has 2 goons, and each of them will give them 3 goons into their supply, so that is 6 goons. They wish these had been reversed. So they'll place those here, and then the safe house lowers their wanted value once. This brings them down to 6, and the gas station will give them 1 tool and a goon. Finally, the casino has 2. They will gain 10 money chips, but increase their wanted level twice. That brings them to 8, and of course, 10 money chips is nice if you can launder it. Their shakedown is done, and now they do increase their wanted level again, which brings them to 9. If you reach 10, then the closest cops are going to move towards the kingpin. Next up, they will move, and they have 5 movement points available. They will go 1, 2, 3, 4, moving their kingpin to the gas station, and then this goon will enter the bar. All right, Luca is done, which means Priya can go, and they're going to start by playing the boss card. This says they can deploy 1 goon or 2 and increase their wanted level. They're going to go with 2 goons, and they'll place 1 in the safe house and 1 in the hotel. And then for the second step of their turn, they are going to hire a new crew member. They can take any of these from the row, and they will go with the pusher. That will cost them 1 of their tools, and it's immediately replaced. That will go directly into their hand, and then they'll activate their mastermind, which lets them play a card and then increase their wanted level once. They're going to go with the pusher immediately. This says they can spend 1 of their goons in order to gain 3 money chips. After that, they will move with their 5 movement points. Of course, their wanted level did go up once for that mastermind. Now they're going to move Priya here, which enters a spot with a snitch, so their wanted level goes up again. Then that's their second move. Their third and fourth moves will bring this down to the clothing store, and their 5th move will move this goon into the street. After that, they will activate the pusher, which lets them deploy 2 goons and increase their wanted level, and they will put both of them over here with Priya, and their wanted level now reaches 7. Next up, they will spend 1 intel to put a stamp here. That's the escape plan, which gives them 5 more movement points. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now they're going to shake down the city and then gain a wanted level. This is huge for them. They start here, they can spend a tool to gain 2 money chips, then they can gain a money chip and a tool. After that, they can spend 2 money chips to gain 4 laundered money. Then over here, they will gain 6 goons. Down here at the safe house, they will lower their wanted level once. The gas station will give them a tool and a goon. The clothing store lets them spend a money chip to gain a tool and lower their wanted level once. Oh, and of course, their kingpin gains them 1 laundered money. After they do all of that, they will gain 1 more wanted level. Overall, that was a ton of stuff, a very successful shakedown. Well, Priya's turn is done, so we can move to the end of the round step, where we draw the top card from the deck. Now, normally these are act cards which bring out new heists, but at the end of an act, there is going to be a turf war. The first thing that happens is a bloodbath. Every kingpin is going to remove 1 opposing goon from their locations, so Frankie will remove this one, and that's it for the kingpins. However, after that, in every location with multiple player goons, they will take each other out at a 1-to-1 basis. So these will go, and then these will go, emptying out the hotel. All of these die in the safe house, and then all but a purple are gone from the gas station. Finally, down at the bar, there's a shootout, knocking both of these out. And now it's time to score locations. Players get 2 laundered money for every location they control, which means they have the most pieces. So yellow is going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 laundered money. Purple will get 2, 4, 6. And then green is going to get 2, 4. So they can add those to their scores. And then each player gets a benefit that depends on the act. In this case, they get 1 intel, 2 goons, and then 1 tool. Then we can discard this and bring out the next heist. This is Dock the Dough, and it happens at the warehouse. We can move this token over there to show that. And now every police officer will move. This one will go 1, 2, and then arrest this goon. It's worth noting, as they move down, if there is somebody inside here at 7 or more, the police officer looks inside and arrests everyone in there, as long as one of them is at 7 or more. This police officer is now at the nightclub, and their movement ends, and now it's time to see where their next destination will be. 12. That means we'll put this onto location 12 here, and they're going to head in that direction in the future. Now, 2 is heading over here with a shiny new police car. And they enter that location, and now they want to go to location 2. Finally, the police officer 3 is heading down here. They'll go 1, 2, since they're still on foot. Now, speaking of that, there are these SWAT trucks that can be unlocked, which make the police move 4 times. And later on the launder track, a helicopter can be unlocked. And this one starts at the police precinct. And each time it activates, it moves diagonally or orthogonally towards the closest police alert, of course, potentially making arrests where it ends. All right, that round is done, and the game is now ready for the third act. At this point, I've covered all of the major elements to the game, so this quick play is coming to a close, and I hope you enjoyed learning about Disco Heist Laundry.